Welcome to Pokemon Masters Council. If they were not hyped before, they're definitely hyped now. The entire crowd, ladies and gentlemen. First, he got Dragonite. Now, he has Scizor. Two of his top 3 favorites of all time. Zero! Come on, baby! Tell me how you feel. You got the boy.
I'm excited, man. We just got to find a way to get Alakazam in this game. We got the holy trifecta of the best Pokemon in the game, not named Mewtwo. Like, let's go, dude.
Yeah, dude. So for everybody, what's your Scizor's name?
Omega.
Omega. Okay, and what's that reference?
That is a spoiler reference to the Mega Man Zero series.
But that's what, you don't have to spoil it, but it's just from the Zero series.
Yeah. Omega is the final boss of the 3rd game, and that's all I'm going to say about it.
Let's go. So this is beyond mind-blowing. So we have to pause here and make another shout-out because Mike, JosephG, another council member, PMC JosephG, his number 1 favorite Pokemon of all time is Scyther. And we'll get into it, but there is an option. There's a brand new mechanic here, Zero. We now have the option. This character is actually 2 in 1. You have the option to stay Scyther the whole game and not evolve to Scizor if you choose to. Not saying that obviously you're going to want to play Scizor, but Mike's favorite is Scyther, so he can just play Scyther. And they're 2 separate characters. Scyther is an assassin, and Scizor is a bruiser.
I feel so bad for Mike, for JosephG, because he's never going to get to play Scyther when I'm around, because I'm going to be playing Scizor every time.
Let's go. Let's get into it, man. So, Technician. Boom, boom, bing. We're off to a great start. So, both of these Pokemon have the same ability and the same Unite move, from what we can tell.
Okay.
But basically, what moves you choose will dictate whether or not you stay Scyther or evolve to Scizor.
All right,
so from what it looks like, there are a couple moves that Scizor doesn't get access to.
Okay.
Because if you take those, you'll just stay green. So after this Pokemon uses a move, its next basic attack will change and deal 2 consecutive basic attacks instead.
That's pretty sick. Okay, so it's like getting a boosted auto every single time you use a move, basically.
Yeah, and then the second one does less damage, but that's standard. Like, it'll probably be like 75% or something, 50%.
Yeah.
Technician effect. The Pokemon's next basic attack will deal 2 consecutive basic attacks. It's just sort of the text, but that's what it means. So, Pretty cool. So, now this is where we split it up. So, you see how it's on screen? Basic attack Scyther, basic attack Scizor. So, we are going to cover both here, but obviously, we're here for Scizor.
Yeah. Scyther's just
I'm a bruiser tank main, and Brandon's loves Scizor. So, we're here for Scizor. But Scyther, his boosted attack, every 3rd auto, is a boosted auto, deals more damage, and increases his own movement speed.
That's pretty sick.
Pretty good. Because, again, like, he is he's like a speedster assassin type kind of a role.
Yeah.
And then Scizor, his every 3rd also, deals extra damage and slows and lowers the defense. Or, excuse me, it slows the enemy and increases Scizor's defense. And the defense can stack with itself.
Sick, dude.
So you can get multiple boosted and just keep getting... It's basically Steel Spike. Max Steel Spike.
All right, I love that, dude. That's sick.
How do you feel?
Auto attack build incoming.
How do you feel? Is that sick? You hyped?
Oh yeah, dude. That's super sick.
Because I guess we should have started with, you haven't seen this yet.
No. Like I already see where this split is going, and I love it.
Are you like this is live reaction, ladies and gentlemen?
Yeah. This is gonna be awesome.
All right. So first up, now we have the first image of Scizor at Scyther at 140. First of all, I think he looks great. The green is so beautiful. It stands out great.
Not a surprise that they nailed the aesthetic here. I can't wait to see him move. I'm assuming he's just gonna fly around.
Yeah, it looks like he's floating. Looks like his feet are just kind of dangling.
Yep.
Says has the user slash Fury Cutter. So this is one of the starting moves. He slashes forward with his scythes in a cone in front of him, slashes twice, deals damage to opposing Pokemon, and the second slash deals more damage.
Okay. All right. So, solid.
Solid.
Yep.
And then quick attack. Another quick attack, which looks great. Look at the green. Oh, it looks great.
Yeah, he looks like in Mega Man when you dash, and they've got like the colored silhouette.
The colored silhouette, yep. So he dashes, deals damage along the way. Nothing really special about quick attack. We can sort of move on. Not trying to gild the lily too much. But so this is where it looks like it splits off. So I had mentioned this. And then in discussion, you had mentioned it separate. And it looks like we got it perfectly spot on. Dual Wing Beat is the move that you choose if you want to stay Scyther.
Okay. All right.
I think that's
Makes
cool.
sense. It makes sense. It makes sense because he's part flying. So.
Yeah, so it's the flying type instead of the steel type. So, first of all, the animation looks sweet. Big giant X. It slashes in front of himself with both sides, dealing damage to opposing Pokemon in an X-shaped AoE. If this move deals damage to enemy pokes in the center of the X, it restores so it heals. You get lifesteal.
Cool. Okay.
If this move hits an opposing Pokemon, it can be used again within a set amount of time. If this move is used again, the user dashes in the designated direction, dealing damage to opposing Pokemon it makes contact with. The dash deals more damage to the lower they are. So basically, it's like an execute.
Yeah, so this is where the assassin part of his kit comes in here.
So he'll start with the X slash, and then his second one will be a dash. So sort of like how Buzzwole has 2 moves in SmackDown.
Yep.
This is that. And the second one is a dash, and it's an execute. Really good stuff. Next move that he gets, the next move that he gets, if you stay Scyther, looks like maybe Quick Attack will turn into this. I'm not sure yet, but Double Hit. What do you think of this? Double Hit.
This is good, because I think a lot of people tech Double Hit onto Scyther because of the Technician
in
boost.
Competitive?
In competitive, yeah. So
I use Double Hit on Ambipom, my Purpro.
Yeah.
So it has the user jump in the designated direction, dealing damage to enemy Pokemon if it hits during the jump, and applying a mark on them. Here we go, buddy. Hunter's Mark. After the user hits opposing Pokemon with its move, it jumps again in the designated direction. When the user lands, its basic attack becomes boosted attack, and it charges at a nearby opposing Pokemon. If a marked opposing Pokemon is knocked out, all of the user's move cooldowns are reduced.
Sick, dude. And it doesn't look like you have to knock that Pokemon out yourself. Like your partner could knock it out.
As long as they die. So all you have to do is Hunter's Mark somebody. If they die, you get more cooldown. So this is basically Kha'Zix, who, is also a big praying mantis alien bug thing from League of Legends. He has the move reset where he's going to jump in, kill, and then his move resets or cooldown reduce, and he can jump back out kind of thing.
And I feel bad that I'm never going to play Scyther because this is pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Zero. What's the number one request you had for Scizor?
Swords Dance.
Oh, baby. Let's go.
Okay, so we've got Swords Dance.
You want to read this one out for the people? This is it, buddy. This is what we came for. This is what we play the game for, man.
Right. Has the user dash a short distance, increasing its attack power for a short time. While the user's attack power is increased, the user's 8th basic attack becomes an AoE attack that pierces through opposing Pokemon in a line. Also then upgrade reduces the damage the user receives from opposing Pokemon while dashing. So, okay, dude.
Let me reiterate for people that don't understand. This is what we want. When you're playing a bruiser, this is what makes it fun. Because this is offense and defense at the same time. Now remember, Scizor has stacking defense with his boosted autos.
So, dude, like, what I'm getting from this...
The longer he's in combat, the harder it's going to be to kill him.
Yeah, so what I'm gathering from this is just, like, go autos.
Yes.
Auto attack build, dude.
Oh, yeah. Auto attack build, crit build. This could potentially even be an example where we could use red emblems.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of potential here. So 8th basic attack does the dash. And you're probably going to have some sort of gauge popped up or counter popped up on screen to let you know when you're about to hit it, just like Garchomp. For the 5.
It sounds like 8 sounds like a lot, but I'm wondering if he's got a pretty fast attack speed.
Well, and I'm wondering if the double hit after using a move counts as 2.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So
Okay.
we're not sure
All
here.
right, yeah.
But 8, I don't think is going to be a lot when you get into practice, because it's going to be, because you want to be pow, 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 dash, pow, 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 dash. And it's going to be so cool. It's going to look and feel like Scizor, baby.
Yeah, dude, this is gonna be sick.
What do you think of Swords Dance? You happy?
Yeah, I love it. Love it.
All right, Zero. What's the other must-have for Scizor?
Bullet Punch. Absolutely, it has to be Bullet Punch.
Da 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 da! Read that out, baby.
All right. Has user dash in the designated direction and strike opposing Pokemon with tough punches. If this move hits opposing Pokemon, its cooldown is reduced. Sick. And the user recovers a portion of its HP based on the amount of damage dealt. Okay. If Bullet Punch is used again within a set amount of time, the number of punches and the amount of damage dealt increase. The number of punches increases from 3 to a maximum of 5. So this is like incredibly spammable.
This is insane.
Yeah, dude.
So he dashes. He strikes Pokemon with a bunch of ta-da-da-da-da-da-da, as you can see on screen. So he dashes and has the big punches. If it hits opposing Pokemon, its cooldown is reduced. He heals based on the amount of damage dealt. He can spam it again for a second activation for more damage. And it goes from 3 punches to 5. So you get 2 activations with this. So it's going to be like the... this is probably I'm guessing going to be on the same button as Scyther's dual wing beat.
Hit. Yeah.
Because it's a similar thing where there's 2 activations. That's similar here is what it sounds like.
Okay.
And then
the upgrade.
Upgrade, buddy. What do we got?
Also grants a shield.
Oh, there we go!
Okay, so Justin, it sounds like you're going to get your Bruiser melee character in Tyranitar, and I'm going to get mine in Scizor.
Yeah, like, I can't wait for it to be, like, January so I can try this guy out when your hype has finally died down. Because this looks, like, right up my alley.
Yeah.
This looks so fun. So good. So, I want to talk about this before we talk about the Unite and wrap this up quick. Because, again, this is just sort of the initial live reaction thing. We're going to be deep diving this for forever. This is...
Yeah.
Believe me, we're going to have more Scizor content. But for right now, the thing I want to touch on is the fact that Scyther has the Fury Cutter Quick Attack. And then presumably at like level 5, maybe, you'll get the option to get your first move. And maybe at that point is when you get to evolve. So then from level 5 to the end of the game, you're Scizor?
Yeah, I would say maybe 5 or 6.
5 or 6, maybe? That's kind of what I'm thinking on paper. And how do you feel about not getting the options for having them to have 2 separate options? Because like you don't get a choice. If you're Scizor, you don't have a choice in what moves you take. If you're Scyther, you don't have an option in what moves you take.
I think that's fine because you have the time to kind of figure out what play style is necessary for the game, right? Like, do they have a bunch of little squishies?
That's right.
Then maybe you take Scyther and then you go for the assassin role. You get in there and clean them up, or do you need a little bit more like sustain with your character? So then you take.
I think
Scizor,
on paper, unless it depends on how much the execute damage is on the dual wing beat, and then also how spammable. Or how much cooldown reduction, I guess, comes out of the double hit. If those are significant, I could definitely see a role for sure. But on paper, competitively, I don't see why you'd play Scyther over Scizor. Because Scizor has mobility, buffs, both offensively and defensively, 3 different defensive buffs, and now a shield.
And I think part of it, I can see a world where actually Scyther would have a higher attack stat, so that they like maybe his attack skill is higher, so that people can play that assassin style.
Yeah, maybe he's just super squishy, but he one shots.
And then Scizor will obviously have better defenses, like guaranteed he'll have better defenses, so you can just tank more hits and then like live off the lifesteal. Maybe you take potion with this character,
which is pretty cool.
Yeah,
that's how I would.
I want to say this was something we were worried about. Like, if Scizor got in the game, what would they do with Scyther? I think they did an amazing job.
Yeah, this is awesome, isn't it?
That. Yeah, like, okay,
because we get 2 characters for one, basically.
Exactly. Like, I think because people love Scyther and Scizor, they did an amazing job giving you the option and making them both viable, in my opinion.
Yeah, and they both have different roles. Like, they have
Yeah.
clear designated roles just from the text alone. So let's finish this up with the thing that they do have in conjunction, which is, again, not only their passive, but their unite move. This is basically double team.
Okay.
Have you ever seen Advent Children? Remember when Cloud final move against Sephiroth?
I've seen Advent Children a million times.
That's essentially what we have here. You're gonna basically, he dashes before, and then he throws out a bunch of punches. It says at a designated Pokemon, so maybe this is a sure hit.
Okay.
As the last punch is thrown, 5 illusionary copies of the user are created that each dash a set distance from the user. So just like Shadow Clones from the Greninja, from Double Team, where they like throw out the shurikens and attack. These ones do it too, but it's a dashing slash move.
Okay.
If a copy hits an opposing Pokemon while dashing, it deals damage, decreases that Pokemon's move speed, and then disappears.
Jeez,
so it's damage and slow. And there's 5 of them. Look at it on screen. I love these green clones. This is amazing.
I skipped ahead. I'm on the red clones, bro. I'm not.
No, that's okay. That's okay. I'll show that on camera too. I promise. I'll go there right now. All right. We got the red clones. We got the Sith Lord here himself. The red lightsaber clones.
Yeah.
So basically, you dash forward, sure hit to hit somebody. You do a bunch of punches. When your last punch hits, you create the clones. The clones will then dash, deal damage, and slow, and then disappear. It can be for a short time. It can be activated again. You can click your ulti a second time, like Machamp, or Buzzwole. If this move is used again, the user dashes in the designated direction. So this is not the sure hit part. The first part is. And deals damage to opposing Pokemon it hits before punching the ground. So he dashes forward and slams the ground with his claw. Dealing damage to opposing Pokemon in the AoE. If the user hits a Pokemon of the opposing team while dashing in this part of it, so not the slam down, but the actual dash, he grabs that Pokemon and continues dashing. If the grab Pokemon hits an illusionary copy, it gets stunned. So there's kind of a lot there, but basically there's 2 ultimates in one. So the first part is a sure hit. So let's talk about that for a second, because Brandon, I play Charizard and you play Serena.
Yeah.
Sure hit ultimates are pain.
Yeah, especially ones with iframes.
Well, they're a pain to use because they'll get canceled.
That's true. Yeah, that's a good point that you make right there.
The sure hit part of it. So unfortunately, Scizor's first part of that, to start off his ultimate could be nullified and be sent back to 90% pretty easily.
Which is like the worst thing that could ever happen to you in a fight when you need it.
It's a little worrying, but it is there. But what happens is you're going to dash forward, sure hit, punch people with a bunch of da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Then your clones spawn out. Then the clones dash. If they deal damage, they slow and disappear. If they don't deal damage, assuming they just stay in around like they are right there in the picture. Yeah. The second activation, you then dash forward freely. It's not a sure hit, but if you hit any opposing Pokemon, you'll drag them along with you. And if you then slam them into a clone, they get stunned. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So and this is both for Scizor and Scyther from what the text says right now. That is a lot of potential damage, mobility, and CC.
That second part is going to be like the classic Dragon Ball Z when they like grab one of them by the neck and just like drag them through the dirt,
or like slam them through like 14 mountains.
Yeah, dude, that's what I'm picturing.
All right, buddy. So that's sort of the closing. We'll wrap it up here. That's the thoughts on the initial hot take. Like, you just woke up, had your coffee, took your kid to get some school pictures, and now this. Like, holy cow! What do you think, man? What do you think of your boy?
Rest in peace to Ninetales being my main.
You're gonna be a melee main now.
Yep, this is it. I'm gonna be a melee main, and we're just gonna have to. We're gonna have to make some adjustments in the team. Squad's gonna have to adjust.
Are you more hyped for this, or were you more hyped for Dragonite? Come on now.
Oh man,
no fence sitting.
That's a tough one because, I have to say Dragonite.
Okay, but is this a close second?
Yeah, because Dragonite had like the most unique kit we had seen at the game at that point, you know? Like
This is pretty unique too, being able to split off and have 2 Pokemon in one. So this is actually, now that you bring it up, I'm so jealous. Not only are you getting all your pokes, but you're getting all the best mechanics.
Dude, well, like Dragonite like was game changing the way that he had, like that all that he could like burn only 50% of it to jump halfway across the map and score. Like that was crazy.
And now we can split evolve.
Yeah, that's the first time we've seen this, and maybe we'll start seeing that more.
Yeah, maybe we'll see something like Gallade in the future.
Oh my god, that would be so.
Oh yeah!
Don't even start with me, dude.
Are you drooling?
Yes. Don't. Yeah, we gotta cut this video before I pass out.
All right, buddy. Well, this is a great discussion. Really excited to try Scizor. Like I said, after obviously when you get all your hype, jokes aside, it is going to be really exciting to have somebody like this. I do think competitively he's going to make a splash, as he should. He's a staple, fan favorite globally. Like, everyone loves Scizor, so everyone loves Scyther too. Like, jokes aside, Brandon loves Scyther too. It's just
Scyther's amazing.
Yeah,
everyone loves Scyther. There's no losing here.
No, there's literally everything is a winner. So, great kit, great Pokemon, Zero's hype. Stay tuned for when apparently, this is coming out in September.
Ooh.
All 3 are apparently coming out in September, so the leaks say.
Oh my god, dude, I can't wait.
All right, buddy, let's get out of here. Until next time, I've been Justin.
I'm Zero.
Council's adjourned.